All right, D, let's get to the Josh Norman stuff. So you came on our show. You called him Hollywood. Josh Norman getting a lot of criticism. Charlie Casserly said third best corner on the team. And what I'd say is you weren't making things up. The statistics show that Josh Norman was getting beaten as quarterbacks were facing him. I think quarterback rating of 156. Mm-hmm. Us as fans were seeing, blown coverages, and clearly he addressed it by having some sort of team meeting. I sometimes doubt team meetings. Teams have team meetings all the time. They win, they lose, whatever. But you know what? To his credit, he made a couple big plays in this game. Yeah, absolutely. The one was kind of a gimme, but you still have to go get that ball. You still have to catch it. And so he caught it. He did what he was supposed to do on that play. And just causing disruption, man, causing disruption like he always does. He was in on a couple tackles. He punched that ball out in typical Josh Norman fashion. And, he got that defense energetic and hyped to make plays. He gave up, some passes, so did Dunbar, but they made plays when they needed to. And like I said, no game's ever going to be perfect. No game ever was for me. And so I understand guys are going to catch balls, but ultimately you want to make more plays than them, and this secondary made more plays than the Carolina receivers, and that's why they won this football game.
DeAngelo, I had to chuckle a little bit. I was looking at Twitter after the game yesterday, and Dan Steinberg from the Washington Post from the Sports Blog tweeted, "Only way for this week to end," and it's a screenshot of you and Josh Norman side by side on the NBC Sports Washington set. You guys are both looking down, kind of away from each other. I'm sure it was just like a quick snapshot, because I know you'll say these things to Josh Norman's face. It's not like it's something that you wouldn't tell him directly. But what was that dynamic like, having Josh sit right next to you on the set last night?
I mean, it was great. It was great. We were able to address a couple things in that sit down, and we ultimately cleared the air. I think a lot of people felt like it looked a little awkward when we first sat down. But by the end of the conversation, man, it was all hugs, and it was all hugs, man. So like I said, I root for him as well as a bunch of other guys in that locker room, man. And so like I told him, I want to see you shine. I want to see this team and this defense shine, and y'all keep playing the way you played yesterday, and we'll all be very proud of the outcome.
Do you guys consider yourself friends?
Yeah.
Okay. So you talk to him outside of football?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Well, I would say this. Just my impression is the message was that maybe he wasn't as prepared as he needed to be. That whether it's Hollywood, whatever, that he was missing coverages. And I think the message was received, because what Josh talked about after the game with you and with others was being part of a system and being prepared, and that's what you need him to do.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you need every guy in that locker room to do, just prepare to the best of their ability. And so, those guys played. They fought. You still would like to see this offense do a little more, because they're going to need to in these close physical matchups that we're about to come down this stretch and have to play. And if this defense does what it does, like I said, the offense has to, at some point, step it up a little bit more, just be a little bit more consistent and be able to throw that ball downfield.